Welcome to Book Buzz with Jen and Payne, a podcast focused on romance books. And we're here to talk about those romance books that leave us breathless. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday because we're also going to be giving out book recommendations and reviewing new book releases.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. We hope you guys had a good week. We hope you guys enjoyed our episode of Bridgerton. We had so much fun just talking about Bridgerton. We'll probably do another episode for the Viscount Who Loved Me once we finish reading it. And don't forget our Bridgerton giveaway. There will be 2 winners. Check our Instagram page, Book Buzz Podcast. Click the link in our bio and fill out the form. The giveaway is closing on the 7th, and we will be announcing it via email and on Instagram on the 8th. So check it out.
So this week I got an arc that I've been dying for. It's We're Made of Moments by Molly McLean. So Molly, I remember I had read her previous books back in 2016. She released the duet Fly in Fight. Was amazing. I was so obsessed with that series. And she took a break. She announced, I believe it was last year, that she was coming back. And I was so excited. Her writing is amazing. So when she released the cover for We're Made of Moments, my heart dropped. That cover is gorgeous. It's in the title, I knew it was going to hurt. I knew it was going to hurt. When the arc landed on my Kindle, I dropped everything and I started reading it. It gives you all the feels. It made me mad. It made me cry. It made me sad. It made me swoon. It was so good. And it's like, I just love Molly. It's her writing, for me, it's phenomenal. So this is a second chance. I would say the hero, 𝐁𝐫𝐢𝐝𝐿. Like, I freaking loved him. He had my heart from the beginning. He is one of my favorite heroes this year already. It's because I can't explain how amazing he was. The heroine, Hayden, I'm not gonna lie, she got me frustrated at the beginning of the book. It was just, I think it has to do with Jesse winning my heart over from the beginning. So the book is about they were friends from back in the day. They had 2 weeks together and she ended up getting pregnant. So
By him?
Yes.
By the hero? So the kid is his? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So fast forward 4 years. So whenever she and Jesse, which is the hero, got together for those 2 weeks, she had just broken up with her boyfriend at the time. So after those 2 weeks passed, she ended up going back to her boyfriend. Okay. So fast forward 4 years, now they're engaged. The hero takes turns, he sees their kid over the weekend. So it's like back and forth. They've been doing that for 4 years. And come to find out, the heroine's fiance has been hiding something from her. So that's when everything changes in the story. It was, I'm not going to lie, I cried. But I think I cried because I was so mad, because it's like the hero from the beginning, he makes his feelings, I mean, you know what his feelings are. He is in love with her. He would do anything for her and their son. And it hurts him knowing that she's engaged. And it frustrated me because I was like, why are you so blind? Like, how can you not tell that this guy loves you and would do anything for you? But then, like I said, when she finds out something that her fiance has been hiding from her, that's when things turn around. And I'm not gonna, I mean, like I said, she did frustrate me a little bit, but I loved her. She ended up like redeeming herself. And no, not at the end of the book. She ended up redeeming herself, and I love their story. It's, you know, you see them, we get bits and pieces of the 2 weeks that these two had together, and it's like it makes you love them more. And it's like the side characters, the hero's mom, hilarious. She had me cracking up. It was like, so everything on this book, I loved it. And I believe the siblings of the hero are getting their own book too. So it's a series of standalones. So this was the first book in this series. I am so excited. I didn't want it to end, just because I guess I wanted more of them two together. But I loved it. It became one of my top 2021 reads. That's for sure. So that book comes out on April 9th. It is a must read. Like I said, the hero is amazing. I loved him. I've reread this book twice already, and I got the arc Friday.
Wow, girl.
Yes, it is so good. It's just the hero. He's one of those heroes that's just like, he is so kind and he's so amazing, and all you want to do is like protect him. I also finally finished Hard to Lose by Kate Bromberg. I have to say, it is my favorite book of the whole series. It was so cute. I loved it. It was, so as we know, in the previous books, it's each book is about a daughter out to recruit one of the players for their company. This one, it's sort of like that, but it's not. He's not a player. He's a retired player who went out to the military. Yeah. And she's out to find him after receiving a letter from him that he sent years back. I loved it. So the heroine is Chase and the hero is Ryan/Gunner. For me, the heroine was she's the youngest of the sisters. And she is hiding more than she lets her sister see. So she's still grieving, the death of her mom. She's every time that year of her death comes around, she goes off somewhere. So this out to find a guy who wrote a letter a couple years ago. Yeah, she's curious, but she's also using that as an excuse to run from, from her pain. When she meets Gunner, it is hilarious. Oh, I loved it. I keep saying that I loved it, and it's because it was so good. To me, like I said, it's the best one of the series. Gunner is that hero who is this bad boy / heart of gold sassy hero. So it's like him and his friend Nyx, I loved them together. Their scenes had me laughing. And Chase and Gunner, I did want more at the end. I did want more. It's just, well, I say that every time with the book that I like. I want more. And I know Christy is writing another book in the series. She's writing Hard to Love, which is coming out in the summer. Oh. So there's going to be a 5th book. So that's what I read this week.
I finished reading A Deal with the Devil by Amelia Wilde. That was the 2nd book in the Devil Trilogy. I believe I talked about book 1 a few weeks back when it was released on Poseidon and Ashley. This one, it touched base more about his past when he was a kid. So it was quite sad knowing about his past and his brother's past. So you kind of know why he is the type of person that he is. And oh my gosh, there's this one scene that from the 2nd book that I was so scared for my life, girl. And I was not expecting it. I was like, oh my gosh. Amelia always throw these scenes where it catches you off by surprise and you ended up liking the book even more. And this one was definitely one of that. And this one is releasing on Tuesday, the 30th. And another arc that I read was Crazy Hearts by Amber Kelly. That's the 5th book in the Poplar Fall series, and it's a small town. I love small towns.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is based on Charlotte and Payne's love story. This one starts off with the fling and then became friends with benefits to lovers. It was really cute. It was a short read. I finished reading it in one sitting at work. I was reading it at work. And I think out of all the book in this series, besides Stonehearts, this one is probably one of my favorites in the series. It's because they get right to the point, and there was one, I don't want to spoil it, but her situation, girl.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Yes, I didn't either. I was like, oh my gosh, I got teary eyes. I was not expecting it.
Yes.
I was like, oh my goodness. And the way how he just like overlooked it, he just didn't care.
The way he reacted to knowing that, I was screaming like, yes, like, yes. It was so cute. I didn't see that twist. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
At all.
I didn't either.
But I really loved how he reacted to that.
Yeah.
So we're not going to say what that thing was, but I read that one too. I finished it. Yeah. I loved it. I love that whole series. Amber Kelly, for me, is one of my favorite small town authors. Stoneheart, that one is a single parent. That's book 2 in the series. That has to be my favorite.
Yeah.
And then Crazy Hearts has to be my second.
Yeah.
It was short. I wish it was longer. I say that about every single book that I read. I wish it was longer. Yeah. But no, this one was a short read.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of readers wanted his story. They wanted his book. So I see it to where she gave it to them without, adding all these unnecessary bumpy road. So I see why it's not that long as the others. But I still enjoyed it. It was really, really good.
Yeah. It was a cute read. If you love small towns, pick up this series.
Yes. Stonehearts is my favorite. It's my favorite. I just love single parent small town romance though. If you say this is a single parent small town and it's really good, I'll pick it up. Yeah. So if you know of any small town single parent, let us know. We thought that we'd give you guys a little book recommendation of some of the books that we feel you all need to read. For me, I've talked about this book before, but I've never gone into details about what the book is about. And it is Firefly by Molly Mcadams. I've talked about Molly Mcadams before, and I love her books. She also has a small town book that she just completed, which is phenomenal. Fire is my favorite. The Redemption series, each book can be read as a standalone. Firefly is, if you love suspense, there's a twist in there that I'm gonna reveal, but it's not really a spoiler. It's like an enemies to lovers type of book. So it's very suspenseful. So it's about the hero, his name is Dare. He's out to get revenge on the guy who killed his, I believe it was fiance. So he goes after her, and the way he wants to get revenge is by kidnapping and killing his daughter. So he spends like a couple of years, searching for her because they're hiding her. The heroine, which is Lily, is in a relationship with her bodyguard, you can say, the guy who's keeping her safe. So the hero who's there is after her, looking for her, like I said, trying to get revenge. When we start off on the story, she is not allowed to go anywhere. She is locked in her room. She doesn't have friends over. She doesn't have visitors, anything. So she takes one day, I believe one day a week or one a month, where she escapes and goes to a diner to meet a friend.
Mm-hmm.
In that diner, she meets a very mysterious guy who share notes with each other. And it's not like big notes. It's notes with a single sentence. So they kept that up for a while. When she decides that she's had enough, she ends up going out one night and she bumps into this guy who she keeps seeing at the diner. I mean, they're attracted to each other. They've been attracted to each other for a while. And when they meet up, he wants to know more about her. He is very intrigued by her. That she can't reveal to him what her life is, what she's going through, what she's hiding. Come to find out, the guy that she's intrigued with and the girl he's intrigued with is the girl he's looking for revenge. So it's a very, oh my goodness, I love Dare. He is this bad boy who keeps you on the edge of your bed. And I've told Molly this so many times. He is by far my favorite character of hers ever. And he has to be one of my favorite book heroes. One of my favorite top 5 favorite book heroes.
Oh, wow.
And it's like right now, him and Beau from Fire are tied. Because I loved it. And I told her before, it's like Beau from Fire, I think he took Dare's spot. But now that I'm talking about the book, I'm back to loving Dare more.
Wow.
So it's like I keep going back and forth. But this book, it's like he falls in love with her without knowing anything about her, without knowing, you know, her secrets, her life. So one of his friends, whose name is Johnny, he's very suspicious about her. So he is always with his guard up and he stirs the pot a lot in that relationship. And it's like, I think what I love most about the book is that it's full of suspense, but it's not suspense that, you know, it drags. It's not suspense that after a while gets you bored. No, it's suspense that it literally keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're so scared that he's going to find out the truth, or you're scared that her dad and her current boyfriend or whatever is going to find out that she's leaving her room to meet with this guy who she's falling in love with. So it's like, this book is hands down one of my favorites. And like I said, it's just the suspense in it. It's phenomenal. The way she writes it. And I'm going to say it again, like I've said with the previous books, I want more. He's not gonna give us more, and that makes me so sad because
the book already looks so thick.
Okay, but we need more. It is really thick, but it's like, okay, the way it ends, it is so beautiful. I guess because she's this woman who's been so locked up that when she gets out and she starts seeing how the world really is and outside those 4 walls, all you want to do is see her out experience all these things that she's been neglected to. Yeah. So it's like, that's why I wanted more. I wanted to see them experience the world that she didn't know was out there. Ever since I picked up this book, I think I've messaged her once a year telling her that I want more of him because this book is amazing. It's phenomenal. Like I said, her writing is perfection. And it is a series. Each book can be read as a standalone. I believe this was the second book in the series, and this was the first book I picked up. But yeah, it's a must read. I recommend it 100%. It is, like I said, it is going to keep you in your edge of your seats. There is goals. And I really hope that whoever picks it up, go leave a review, and on your review, write, "We want more." Please. Because it's like so amazing. I loved it. It's, like I said, Molly has a way with words to where she just keeps you on the edge of your seat. So pick it up. You're going to fall madly in love with it. Dare. But yeah, that's the book I think everybody should be reading right now.
So for me, I would have to recommend, since I love dark romance, and I think this is somewhat similar to, it's not similar, but it kind of falls into kind of like the same category: suspense romance, dark romance, and mafia romance. This one is the Sin Trilogy by 𝐁𝐫𝐢𝐝𝐻. I don't really see a lot of people talk about it, but it's one of my favorite mafia stories ever. When she was a child, her mom was killed in front of her, and so she is out for revenge. She became a police officer, but she retired. Her adopted father is also a police officer, so he trained her all the fighting moves that she needs. So she found out that the guy who killed her mom is from the group The Fellowship. It's a Scottish organized crime brotherhood. I totally forgot to mention her name. This trilogy was based on Blue McAllister and Sinclair Breckenridge. So she went to Scotland to go look for the killer who killed her mom. In order to get to the killer, she seduced his son, Sinclair. And oh my gosh, girl. This book is phenomenal. It's amazing. It's pretty much everything I look in for in a mafia romance. And I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to spoil anything from the book because I want you to read it and experience it by yourself because it's so good. So she seduced Sinclair to get to his father to get the revenge. And the twist, I kid you not, you're so shocked. You'll be like, what? So everything that... No, I'm not even going to say that. Okay.
When did the books release?
This one was released back in 2014.
I need to read her books. I need to read that book. So next week, we're going to be announcing who the first author guest is going to be in our podcast. I am so excited. She is one of our favorite authors. So you all can submit questions that you might have for her. And we are going to announce in a couple of weeks when that interview is going to go up. So keep an eye on our Instagram page next week. Again, our handle is Book Buzz Podcast. If you love bookish merch, t-shirts, mugs, bookmarks, Hello Lovely Box has some amazing stuff. So if you want to go to hellolovelybox.com, you could use our discount code BUZZ15, BUZZ15, to get 15% off your whole purchase. So make sure you check out her website. Her stuff is gorgeous. Next week, we're going to be talking about our favorite book covers and our favorite enemies to lovers books. So make sure you tune in next week to see which books those are. And again, don't forget to enter our Bridgerton giveaway. If you go to our Instagram, in our bio, you'll find a link. In that link, it'll take you directly to our form. All you have to do is fill it out, and we're going to announce the winner next week. If you have any questions, just let us know. You can send us a message on Instagram. Again, our handle is Book Buzz Podcast, or you can drop a comment below. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.